Good day, all those of Team Tulsa, all our team members, as well as those who are watching. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel or posted on Facebook or other social media platforms, we are excited to be here for another iteration of Faces of Tulsa Public Schools. Again, I'm Quentin Liggins, Director of Talent Acquisition, Retention, and Development for TPS, and I'm excited to be here with Mike Mills, who's going to share a little bit about his story and his great journey with Tulsa Public Schools. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Excited to be here with you. Excited to be doing another version of Faces of TPS. So tell us a little bit about your journey with Tulsa Public Schools.
Well, my journey with Tulsa Public began in 2004. And prior to that, I had spent 14 years in private education and then 9 years in two public schools that were in Colorado and also in Wisconsin. And in 2004, in addition to my physical education license, as well as my social studies license, I got a special ed degree. And so I entered in 2004 into Tulsa Public School through the special education system at Memorial High School. And I also spent 10 years and 10 summers teaching ESY, which is called extended school year. So I spent 10 years of elementary education in extended school year.
That's awesome. Having an opportunity to bring that diverse experience, but then also showing the commitment to continuing to get better by refining your skill set and then serving not only during the school year, but during the summer. That is the type of individual, Mike, you represent for Team Tulsa Public Schools, and we want the world to know the commitment members of our district have. So do you have any family members who are part of our Team Tulsa community? Are you connected through friends as well?
I have friends, fellow teachers, colleagues in the Tulsa Public Schools. I was brought in by an assistant to the superintendent back in 2004, a man named Jim Spear, who allowed me to attend the special education review sessions while I was still teaching at another school. And then once I got my special education license, I, of course, felt very loyal to Tulsa Public Schools. So I took that job opportunity in 2004. And then in 2006, I have a lifelong love of athletics and sports, and I've been a physical education teacher as well. So I went to Grissom Elementary School, where I've been. This is my 15th year here at Grissom. I teach pre-K through 5th grade physical education, and then I also have a running club that I've had for 15 years that has gotten some statewide recognition.
Well, that is amazing. I know the kiddos at Grissom are happy to have you. It is an honor. I am a former athlete. I say once an athlete, always an athlete. So I can appreciate the ability to build that those lifelong skills through sport. So what in your day-to-day brings joy to you at Tulsa Public Schools?
Well, to begin with, just one of the, I suppose, positives or benefits of COVID-19, if you're going to call it that, is that I get a chance to, at 7:20 every morning, go to the cars, open the car doors, and get to greet the kids starting the day off, which to me, I think I get more out of it than the kids do. But you get to give them a warm smile and say hi to the parents and just really start the day off on the right foot. So that's, I guess, one positive that I've experienced here during the COVID-19.
Well, yes, welcoming our students, ensuring they get off to the day on the right foot is critical. So you talked a little bit about your professional journey joining Tulsa Public Schools, but we'd love to hear a little bit more about what goals you've accomplished during your time with us.
Well, I had a goal. I taught and coached varsity high school cross country for 15 years previously, before coming to Tulsa Public School. So when I got to Grissom, I had that love of cross country. So I started a before school running club. And at this moment, Grissom is the smallest school in Tulsa Public Schools as far as elementary is concerned. And yet we have over half of our school population active in our running club. And over the years, it has grown to the point where we can count on 50 or more Grissom students to log 100 miles or more during the school year. And as a club, we typically go over about 12,000 miles in one school year. And I kind of joke, the circumference of the earth is 24,000 miles. So I tell Grissom students, if you've been in running club for 2 years, you've been a part in running around the world for Grissom Elementary.
Well, that is amazing. I fancy myself a little bit of a runner, but I do not want to put myself up against your students who have circumvented the world a couple of times. And so that is awesome that you've been able to mark that with your students and help them aspire. Now, tell me a little bit about what goals you still have that you want to accomplish.
Well, the goals that I still want to accomplish are, I personally want to remain healthy and active and teaching as long as I can. I want to be a healthy example, athletic example, healthy lifestyle example to my students. And I get tremendous energy from the students being around them. And goal-wise, I just want to continue the running club and continue to meet the goals that we set every single year as what we have become a model program in Tulsa Public School as far as our running club is concerned. And if you don't mind, I'd like to show you a couple of things that we've picked up along the way.
Please.
Our running club has been featured in Tulsa Kids magazine. So we've been a part of that. We've had numerous articles in the Tulsa World. We've had some articles there, had a major article there a few years back. And we've also been in Oklahoma Sports and Fitness magazine. So the running club has gotten quite a bit of recognition, and Tulsa Public School and Grissom Elementary along with that. And I would like to show you real quick, if we have a second. Every student that logs 100 miles gets a certificate, a milestone for that achievement. And then Tulsa Public School has generously purchased medallions for all my kids that get to 100 miles or more during the school year. And then I also have my first and second place boy and my first and second place girls get trophies with their mileage and names engraved on it at the end of the year. And we recognize them in a special ceremony. So it's become quite the big deal over the years, and we're very proud and happy with it.
Well, that is awesome. And the way you have continued to up the excellence in your program and building the young people's capacity. I'm sure you have some state champions that came through and people who have continued to run on for the rest of their lives that you've helped build. So what core value, equity, character, excellence, team, and joy that we hold here at Tulsa Public Schools do you see play out in your role? It could be a value, it could be all of them, but we'd love to hear about our core values lived out in your work and in the work of your colleagues.
Well, I think the core value that I have is a love for children and a chance to implant and impact their lives on a daily basis is just an opportunity that I think is quite amazing. I've been in this business a number of decades, and I could not think of a career or anything else that I would rather do to this day than to be a teacher as well as a coach, a mentor, a positive influence in the lives of our children, because they are going to shape our future. And for me to have that opportunity on a daily basis, it's very humbling and also just very rewarding.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for teaching. Thank you for coaching. Thank you for being an example. It has been a pleasure to interview you on Faces of Tulsa Public Schools. Do you have any final words for those who are watching?
Well, for those who are watching, if you want to make a difference in the lives of children in Tulsa Public Schools in Tulsa County, We have a very diverse population. We have a chance to impact children all across economic barriers, race, religion. We are a melting pot. And to me, that's a very, very exciting thing, that we get a chance to touch the lives of people that perhaps we normally wouldn't run across in social settings or wherever else. And I think that's a marvelous, marvelous opportunity. So if you are a potential candidate for Tulsa Public School, I would encourage you to continue to explore that, because you are going to have some unique opportunities that you would not have in any other school district. So I am so happy. This is my 17th year here in Tulsa Public School, and I feel very fortunate to be able to have joined this great district.
Well, thank you, Mike. Diversity is our strength here at Tulsa Public Schools. I want to thank all of those who have taken a moment to watch. This is Quentin Liggins signing off from the latest iteration of Faces of TPS.